Goodbye 2025 and all the craziness that you provided all of us in the last 11 months or so. As we inch closer to the new year with all the optimism you can muster that things will hopefully be better, it's time now to reflect on all of the best and worst parts of professional wrestling this year. Between now and early January, we'll be going over the biggest highs and lows of TNA Wrestling on this channel. So why not start by talking about the best matches TNA produced this year? Just be aware that narrowing this list to 10 was very difficult. So if you don't see a match you think should be on here, be sure to check out our honorable mentions in the description tab of this video. Welcome to Lace 'em Up Media, and here are the top 10 TNA wrestling matches of 2025. Number 10. Indi Hartwell vs. Dani Luna, Turning Point. It's certainly been quite the year for Dani Luna, as she started off the year as one half of the Knockouts Tag Team Champions to embarking on a solo career which has seen Luna change her hair color, turn heel and become the main rival for TNA's newest acquisition to the Knockouts division, Indi Hartwell. This rivalry would lead to a no disqualification match at Turning Point, with both ladies holding nothing back as they battered each other with kendo sticks, steel chairs, trash cans, not to mention white powder and energy drinks are used as weapons at one point in the match. It's easily one of Indi's best matches in TNA up to this point, as she and Dani bring out the best out of each other. While their equally as brutal dog collar match on the December 11th edition of Impact deserves a mention, it's this no DQ match that makes it onto the list. Number 9. Trick Williams vs. Moose, Emergence. This year's Emergence event was memorable not only for Sami Callihan's last match in TNA, but mainly due to the matches that took place, which were really good, including this heavyweight title match to close out the show. Regardless of what you might think of NXT stars holding TNA championships, Trick Williams has more than managed to elevate his stock in 2025, thanks to his time as TNA World Champion. And of the many matches Trick had as TNA Champion, unquestionably his best would have to be against Moose, with each man's raw power and agility on full display. It's a hard-hitting contest, with the match even spilling to the outside, where Moose ends up going through a table due to his own momentum being used against him. Following a ref bump and 2 trick shots to ground the challenger, Trick is able to pin Moose to retain the title and created an instant classic in the process. Number 8. The Elegance Brand vs. Spitfire, Under Siege. Despite the endless rematches fans had to endure throughout this rivalry, the feud between Spitfire and the Elegance Brand might be one of the best in the history of the Knockouts Tag Division. While we were tempted to put their title match that occurred on the February 27th episode of TNA Impact, we decided to go with this match, which capped off the feud in spectacular fashion, as the Knockouts tag titles were not only on the line, but if Dani Luna and Jody Threat lost, then Spitfire would have to disband. With all that in mind, both teams pulled out all the stops to make this match great, as all 4 ladies used pink-colored weapons, because elegance, while also using things like leather straps, tables, and steel chairs. Also, Jody Threat even gets a makeup job in front of her family at one point in this match. The strategy of divide and conquer by the Elegance Brand, and coupled with a numbers advantage, allowed them to retain the titles and led to the end of Spitfire as we knew it. Number 7. Mustafa Ali vs. Jason Hotch, Against All Odds. It still baffles us how WWE managed to underutilize Mustafa Ali, because between his first run in TNA, where he reigned as X-Division champion, and his current run in 2025, the man is doing the best work of his entire career. His matches with the System and Cedric Alexander are indeed notable, but it's the one-on-one match between Ali and Jason Hotch at Against All Odds that we've chosen for this entry. Most fans already know how incredible Mustafa Ali is, but not many knew just how good Jason Hotch was, and he more than proved his worth in this match. From chain wrestling to quick pinfall attempts to all the high-flying action you can enjoy, Hotch puts on the best performance of his career up to this point, and further proves why he is a future star in the making. The match is basically emotional in both the storytelling and wrestling, and if you can accomplish that and make it all work, then you know you've done something right. Number 6. Fraxium vs. Nick and Ryan Nemeth, TNA Impact, February 6th. The team of Nathan Frazer and Axiom have been the standouts when it comes to NXT stars crossing the line into TNA, as their matches with the Rascalz and the Hardys were really good. And then there's this match from the main event of the February 6th edition of Impact, with the former Dolph Ziggler and his little brother fighting for the NXT Tag Team titles, and while the champions were well established as a tag team, the Nemeths proved to be just as capable. Frequent tags, explosive offense from the champs combined with Nick and Ryan's wrestling ability and the near falls in this match, helps to make you feel like you're not only watching a classic but the sense we could be crowning new tag team champions. Unfortunately, Ryan Nemeth's decision to grab a steel chair ends up backfiring and allows the champions the opportunity to retain in yet another jaw-dropping match. Number 5. Jordynne Grace vs. Tessa Blanchard, Genesis. Tessa Blanchard's return to TNA in late 2024 certainly got much of the wrestling world talking, with much of the locker room being caught off guard by the news, even though it was the higher-ups at Anthem Sports who made the decision to bring her back. Despite her polarizing reputation, TNA has done pretty well in how they've booked Blanchard, and when it became clear that former Knockouts champion Jordynne Grace was on her way to WWE, a matchup was made between Grace and Tessa leading into the company's first pay-per-view of the year. Although reports suggest Jordynne wasn't too keen with the idea, Grace went along with it, and the match was easily the best of the whole night. Both ladies held nothing back as Jordynne uses her strength and intensity to overpower Blanchard, while Tessa's legendary mean streak and wrestling pedigree is on full display as well. A fantastic rematch to their first encounter in 2019, and a great way to end the Juggernaut's time as a member of the TNA roster. Number 4. Leon Slater vs. Cedric Alexander, Emergence. The youngest in charge is certainly having one hell of a year in 2025. From winning the X Division title at the age of 21 to sharing the ring with AJ Styles upon AJ's return to TNA, and that's without mentioning his numerous appearances and matches in WWE. But by far the best thing about Leon Slater this year has to be the amount of incredible matches he's had inside the square circle, with this match to kick off TNA's Emergence event being a prime example, pun intended. Despite Cedric Alexander coming into this match with more experience, Slater is able to match the former cruiserweight champion when it comes to speed and athleticism. Combined with some near falls at one point in this contest, and the fact the crowd were super hyped to see who would win, makes us even more excited for the rematch these two are going to have. Number 3. Leon Slater vs. Myron Reed, Victory Road. From an X Division title match kicking off a TNA Plus special to one that ends the show with some high-flying theatrics courtesy of the GOAT and the youngest in charge. Much like Cedric months earlier, Myron Reed was more than capable of putting on a banger of a match with the X Division champion, and to say this bout was a thrill ride might be underselling it. With chants of "Fight Forever" ringing throughout the building combined with the hard-hitting action both in and outside of the ring, it's fair to say that both Slater and Reed proved their worth on this night. Number 2. The Rascalz vs. Order 4, Final Resolution. Speaking of Myron Reed, here he is again, but this time with the rest of his fellow Rascalz to take on the team of Mustafa Ali, the Great Hands and Agent Zero of Order 4. Even though Final Resolution was indeed a good show, check out our article ranking all of the TNA Plus specials this year, link below. It's this match that truly is the highlight of the entire night. A perfect blend of action and comedy from both sides, not to mention this match also allows Agent Zero to show off his skills and raw power inside the ring. Of course you can't talk about this match and not mention the hilarious bit when Elijah returned in the middle of the match riding a horse before tying up Mustafa Ali and dragging him out of the building, which might just go down as one of the funniest if not the most memorable moments for TNA this year. Speaking of great TNA matches involving Ali. Number 1. Mike Santana vs. Mustafa Ali, Rebellion. The rivalry between Santana and Ali might go down as one of the best storylines TNA has done this year, with their storyline, based around themes of addiction, battling adversity and ego, were well constructed and played out to perfection on screen. After losing their encounter at the Sacrifice pay-per-view, Mike Santana got another chance to face Mustafa Ali, but this time in a Falls Count Anywhere match at Rebellion. Highlights include Santana bashing Ali over the head with popcorn, slamming Ali through some steel chairs and sending him crashing into the steel steps on the outside. That's not to say Ali was made to look weak. He more than carried himself, including spots where he jumps off a balcony onto Santana, hitting his foe with a steel chair assisted coast to coast on the ring aprons, not to mention busting open Santana with a barbed wire baseball bat. A wonderfully violent match which helped to elevate both men, including Santana, as he gets one step closer to the world title picture. And that's our list. What you think was the best match TNA Wrestling had in 2025? Leave your thoughts in the comments section. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel for more wrestling content. Also be sure to hit the bell so you never miss another one of our videos when it drops.